All right, welcome back to D&D. So, last time you had managed to solve the riddle of the filling water room, made your way down into this one area where you met a strange person who talked about the return of the Arwellan Empire, thinking that you were people returning, talking about the guardian god. That strange person then brought you down further into this undercity where you met creatures like the first person you met. They put you in touch with a bartender who kind of filled you in a little bit more on the going ons down below, and mentioned more of the guardian god. You then were able to witness a execution as you had heard about dissidents who had been sacrificed. The first person you met returned and informed you that the guardian god had wished for you to be destroyed.
Like you do.
Feeling a bit sorry for you, they told you to go to this one section of the city and talk to somebody who might be able to assist you. So you find yourself in the bar. What would you like to do now?
Let's head that away all subtle like.
Biffle prepares to beg for his life.
All right. There are a number of people in the bar. They kind of look at you.
Howdy.
Most winning smile.
Most of them just kind of like quickly pack up their stuff and kind of shuffle away from you, having heard that you were about to be destroyed.
Is there anybody who looks at us kind of expectantly instead of getting up to go?
Make a perception check.
I will make a perception check, and I will probably roll a 4. Huh. Sheets got rehauled a little bit. Looks a little
You.
clearer.
All right. Looking around, almost everybody is kind of leaving and does not want to be associated with you. However, there is one person who doesn't really seem to be moving, kind of just just leaning against a back wall. Doesn't seem to mind your presence as much.
Uh, I guess we can head over that way.
Okay. Yeah, he's just by a back wall in the tavern here.
Howdy.
Greetings.
So, I understand we're marked men. And rabbit lady.
Sounds like it. I've never really seen anyone like you before.
Hmm.
I hear tale you're from the Arwellan Empire.
Uh, Not quite. A lot's changed up there, and I think letting people know is runs averse to the requirements of your guardian god fella.
I would imagine.
So I also heard there might be somebody who could maybe give us a hand with that before the hour of reckoning.
I also may have heard something about that. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a kind of thin metal disc. It's black, about the size of a quarter. He just kind of presses it into your hand as subtly as he can. Just head up kind of to the section of the city. Follow the signs and just present this at the door.
Okay. Graham will take it, and if we're heading out, inspect it on our way out.
He gives like a little kind of hand symbol that Fiffle would recognize as a very, very old kind of thieves' can't hand sign.
Neat.
Yeah, Fiffle, this would be like. Actually, I don't know Fiffle's backstory, so if Fiffle had a grandfather thief, this would be like something he would be doing.
The thief anthropologists and archaeologists.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like an amazing concept, actually.
I study the ways of ancient thieves for inspiration. Then I steal their bones.
They would do the same. It's only right.
All
uh,
right.
yeah, you know. about this stuff, of course.
Have approximate knowledge of many things.
After.
Well, let's head that away.
Okay.
And Graham is going to keep an eye out for anyone else.
All right. Yeah, give me another perception check, please. Okay. Yeah, Graham, as you kind of leave this tavern, this kind of central meeting area, you do see that the people in the street who had been looking at you rather curious before, kind of gathering a bit of a crowd as they thought you had returned from their Welland Empire, very quickly avert their gaze, turn away from you, head back inside. Doors shut, windows close. The streets kind of empty out quickly.
Yeah, seems to be a rule by fear kind of situation, huh?
You just say that to yourself.
Yep. Graham's just kind of mumbling.
All right.
Like we're on like an altar about to get executed. Like, guys, I think this god may not be all that nice a guy.
That's kind of messed up, bro.
I don't know, boo boo. That's kind of messed up.
So you kind of head to the area of the city you were pointed to. The city's not big, but there's a lot of kind of weird twisting paths. The city's rather ramshackle. Fiffle, however, does notice a number of what appears to be to just the untrained eye graffiti, but Fiffle is able to recognize it as that very kind of archaic sense of the thieves' cant, kind of just painted on the wall or carved in with a knife every once in a while. And it shows a kind of strange path to follow.
Neat.
Let us follow these signs and walk with our rhythm.
Takes
Won't
you
attract
down.
the god.
Exactly.
I think they did call the worm like a god in Dune,
Oh, it is.
but it takes you down one path, kind of far to the south of the city, before winding back around. You actually spend about a good 10-15 minutes in this roundabout, strange way that kind of crisscrosses throughout the western side of the city before eventually taking you up to the northwest of the city itself. Come to a door that has a small scrawling on it that is to your now you're used to it, so you can make out that it is in fact a thieves' cant that would seem to indicate a sort of meeting or gathering place. The door in front of you is thicker than the ones you've seen. It's been reinforced rather crudely with metal bands. You do notice there is a small kind of like slide that can open up, but that's currently closed.
Seems to be your purview, Fiffle.
Oh, you say it's closed.
The door is closed. Yep.
Okay. It appears to open, you say?
There is a small, what would be a slide where like somebody could like open it up and peek through the door to see who's actually at the door, but it's closed currently.
The slide on our side?
Yep. It's well, you can't open it from your side, but
The person on the other side would have to look through it.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there like a knocker?
There's like a very crude kind of metal knocker. Looks to be just a piece of scrap metal that has been attached to the door, but you could use it to like.
Is there any ancient thief markings around the door that indicate anything other than that I should knock on it?
The thief marking you see immediately does indicate like that it's meant for, basically meeting up. acting as a sort of just a neutral ground where people can go and meet, at least from your memories of studying Old Thieves' Camp. If you'd like to look around further, you can do a perception check.
Okay.
More of a thieves can.
Eventually.
The hamsters are running in their wheels. There we go. Yeah, looking around, you do notice some additional markings that have been placed more subtle locations, indicating this is area of safety.
Okay.
But from what you remember, the man at the bar told you to simply take the coin and present it at the door after following the signs.
Okay.
So, cool. I knock on the door thrice.
Okay. The eye hole slides open. Yeah. What do you want?
Graham will hold up the coin.
Kind of squeezes a hand through, kind of flattens out the arm and is like able to squeeze it through this small slit and just grabs the coin and pulls it in. The eye hole shuts kind of hard, and then you hear from the other side the unlatching of the door, and it kind of creaks open. All right, come on in.
Thank you, thank you. Graham goes in.
In we go.
Yep.
All right. Inside, you see a number of the kind of humanoid-esque creatures you had seen throughout the town. They don't look very different. They're kind of the strange, pale coloring. They lack nose, ears, lips. They are completely bald. These ones, however, are dressed in a darker clothing with a little bit of appears to be leather that's being used as armor. They are all armed, which is not normal. Most people aren't actually armed in the city, you've noticed. There's only 4 of them, including the person you met at the door itself. He's like, hold on. I'll be back in just a moment. And the guy leaves you with the 3 people at the table who are just kind of like staring you down, hands resting somewhat gently upon the hilt of their weapons.
Hi guys.
Attic.
Hello.
So, we're marked to die. We were told maybe we could inquire here about that.
Kind of look among themselves and just kind of like start whispering to one another. All right. Well, that's not great for you.
Yeah, maybe you could help us get out of these parts.
I mean, I want to kill the son of a bitch myself, but
Or that.
I usually don't. This is kind of a departure for me. But
After
not to put too fine a point on it, this guy seems to be a real son of a bitch.
That's some rather blasphemous statement there, but
Yeah, only if you're worshiping him.
kind of like do a little smile, little half smile. Eventually, from the back, another of the creatures comes. This one is dressed a little bit more armored than the others. Weapons are nicer. It stands a bit taller and looks to be a little more like robust. Like it's a bit. You wouldn't say necessarily like buff, but it appears to be like more wide chested. Comes out.
More slime volume overall.
If a creature like this could have a more heroic build, this would be it.
Unrealistic body standards.
Creature comes out. Sit down, have a drink. Yeah, takes a little kind of clay pot and just pours out a kind of harsh green liquid. You kind of see the strange fumes come from the cup. He slides it over to you.
Uh, I tried that at the bar, and turns out I'm physiologically incapable of not burning to death if I try.
Huh.
I did try though.
Well, all right then. He takes the cup and just knocks back the drink. You can kind of see it flow through the somewhat translucent skin down the throat.
Mm.
All right then. Well, my name is Raloran.
I'm Graham. Howdy.
Howdy. I've not heard that before. Is that a new greeting from the Arwellan Empire?
It's from where I grew up. It's not exactly native to here, neither.
Ah,
I'm a stranger here myself, as it were.
all right. Well, cards on the table. We are all kind of expecting people to arrive back from the Arwellan Empire. Although from what I hear, that's not quite the case.
Yeah, it's Arwell still exists. It's just they went back over the sea. Viderheim hasn't been part of the Empire for something like 700 years.
I gotta tell you, that's not great to hear. We've kind of been staking our kind of everything on Arwellan Empire coming back and cleaning up this whole mess.
Why don't you tell me a little about this mess? Maybe we can help you out. It's kind of what we do.
All right, well, this goes back to our kind of ancient history, but we've been down here as long as we can remember. When Arwell had to leave, they told us we'd be back, or at least that's what I was told from my ancestors. Then we've been keeping watch for them for since then, really. Uh, we've been dealing with the kind of creatures below that have been trying to kill us, and we have our the guardian there that was protecting us. As far as
Yeah, where did that thing come from?
it's been here as long as I can remember. I mean, no one here alive is older than that thing.
Hmm. Are there any stories about when he showed up, or have those all conveniently been lost to time?
As far as I'm aware, it's been here since the start.
No, it from talking to the doorman upstairs, sounds like he kind of took the mantle of a known death god and declared him a heretic. Which bold play, Cotton.
Yeah, that's
There was a guy I knew named Cotton. Don't worry about it.
that's where everything went a little screwy. Because we here, we follow the teachings of Dentar and the other Arwelling gods. And that's, well, heresy. There's a couple of us. We make sure, find the ones who still believe, still worship the right ones, but I think this the Guardian set itself up as a kind of plum position down here.
Yeah, it's got a good thing going, and something tells me bringing news of the top side is gonna stick a wrench in that. So, thus the marked for death thing.
It's kind of what I suspected. Yep. So
So, yeah.
there's not a lot of us. Majority of people here follow that thing. Yeah, protects us as far as we're aware. Got to tell you, I don't know if I've ever seen a dweller down below.
I was gonna ask.
So yeah, we hear stories. There's attendants to the creature that, you know, go throughout the city. You probably saw what happened earlier today with the execution.
Yep.
Send its the Guardian sends its attendants to go and arrest anybody that it doesn't like, bottles them up real good, and then they give it back to the creature.
What can you tell me about the form of the Guardian?
I've never seen it myself. I've seen the tentacle it sends out. Could be all sorts of different things. All I know is that when you die, you go back to it, same as you came from it.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, uh,
What do you mean interested?
well, it's it's interesting from a mythology standpoint and a religious scholarly standpoint. See, I'm a man of the cloth myself. I follow a god of peaceful rest, among other things, and my work is making sure that spirits stay happy.
All right. Well, good on you for that one.
Someone's got to do it.
Don't
Sure
know
as
if
hell ain't going to be any of these people, I can tell you that.
I don't know if I've ever seen any spirits around here, but there's not a lot of us. But if the whole issue down here can be reversed, we might be able to take control. Might be able to return things how we should be, and eventually, I guess we'll. If you came from the surface, maybe we can make our way to our well.
I
Yeah,
reckon you
stick
could.
the man.
I suppose I should let you know in case we do wind up kicking it and the info's got to stick around. You're underneath the college, and like really underneath it, like a couple layers at this point.
Huh.
And Graham will roughly fill them in on, hey, we went here. They wanted to clear these catacombs they discovered. There was no Amontillado, which is bullshit because I'm an alcoholic.
Interesting. Yeah, that's. And so the whole surface is covered with things like you all.
Yep, reckon so. All kinds of folk up there, plenty of whom I never met.
And there's people like us up there too.
None I've met, but if you're here, then presumably you're somewhere. I mean, y'all seem fairly nice. I mean, you offer custom and courtesy just like anyone else. Can't complain.
We just kind of follow the customs of the Arwellan Empire. Well, most of them. I mean, we can't like kill anybody by sticking you on a spike. That doesn't really work. But either way, so the Guardian has pointed a few, how should we say, positions of power throughout the city here. And he's given them a few kind of marks of office. If you can secure those marks, get them back to us, that'll show that Guardian's not all powerful,
Hmm.
and it'll get people thinking, and can probably get some people on our side.
Well, that
So
might be good. Have we got time to go and bump off people holding them?
well, you don't need to kill them if you don't want to. I
Uh,
mean,
I'd,
they're
I'd
just
avoid it if I can, but
so the symbols of control. They're basically kind of like moves with his hands. And they're like a kind of staff. They're about as long as my forearm. Well, actually, he kind of like his arm just like becomes a little bit longer. It's like
ooh,
they're about
body.
this. They're about this long. They're made of metal. They'll have some symbols on them. They're kind of used for like stamping documents and the like, but you'll see them throughout. So there's the city master. Some people call him the mayor, but he's not like voted on. He's appointed by the Guardian.
Gotcha.
How attached are they to these symbols? Do they carry them
Yeah,
with them everywhere?
yeah, they'll carry him with them all the time. They don't really leave without him.
Did we
Uh,
see it when we came in when that appointment, what, not the appointment, the I guess the horrific sacrifice happened?
you did not see that. Um, like the people who did that sacrifice, they did not have that symbol. That they did not have that the the symbol of control.
Okay. So they stay out of the limelight.
There's the city master. There's the head of the attendants, and then there's the religious leader, the one who actually goes about, doing the worship of the guardian.
Gotcha.
So
Uh,
Do we have a map of, I guess, this city or town, I guess, and where they would be generally?
yeah, hold on. It gives you like a very crude drawing of the city, although I will show the rest. It
Hmm.
kind of gives you like the overview of what the city actually looks like.
hmm.
All right, so he goes and he marks on your map, and it's like, all right, city master is typically here. And you got the religious leader, the Hierophant, and they're going to be up there. As for the attendant, the head of the attendants, they're going to be kind of patrolling the city around. The attendants are the ones who go around, make sure that people, you know, aren't breaking the law. They're not saying things they shouldn't be. They're the ones that are kind of doing the arrests and the prepping the executions. So you might have to do a little hunting down for them. But
Gotcha. So what do you reckon? Just get them by any means possible, steal them if we can, knock them over the head and take it if we can't.
I don't know about knocking them over the head. We're a little bit more. I gotta say, you folks seem a little more solid.
Yeah, I've been described as that before.
Well, if you can get it without violence, all the power to you. They're not going to give them up typically without a little bit of you know, a fight.
Makes sense.
If you just approach them. But
So two of them,
so it's the three of them. So you got to get
three of them.
city master, hierophant, and then the attendant master.
Yeah, I reckon if we make enough noise going after one of them, probably the attendant master will show up and try to take care of us himself.
Probably.
Seems like a good way to draw him out. What do you think? Steal one, ambush the other, and deal with the guy when he comes?
Well, not gonna lie, the three of them are probably gonna end up dead no matter what. So if you
Yeah.
deal with them more permanently,
Well, if
and
we
if
can
you don't,
avoid it, we will, if only because it ain't our place. But on the other hand, they're trying to kill us, so it's kind of our place now. So I won't shed no tear for them.
If we do kill them, that just shows that their guardian isn't as all powerful on top of taking the items.
You're
well,
not wrong.
that's gonna lead to part two of this whole situation.
Uh-oh.
So you wiping out some of the minions there, that's not gonna mean much. It just meant that they were weak and should be replaced. Part two is you got to go and kill the guardian.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that had to happen no matter what. He ain't gonna let you go, and he sure ain't gonna let us go.
Because, yeah,
Oh,
guardian
good.
typically stays to the down tunnels. It
Bloodshed.
comes into the city eventually every once in a while. Generally stays out of sight as best it can. But yeah, if it did come to it, if we did this little coup and we succeeded, and it found out, it would just come and deal with us by itself.
I assume you don't know anything about its strengths and weaknesses.
It's good at eating us, that's for sure. I mean, of
Correct.
course, that's kind of a given considering spits us out when we're born and it takes us back when we die, right?
Is that? I mean, I guess I wouldn't know. Do you like? Is that actually true?
But it's true
Like you're born from it?
as far as I'm aware. You
Yeah,
know,
that's the thing. Like it seems like this guy's made himself a nice little bed of lies. Maybe that's another one.
I mean, when there's a new one of us, we just show up kind of at the tunnel mouth. The attendants will bring the new person out and bring them into the city. I mean, where do
Hmm.
you guys come from?
Uh, well, that's a conversation for the victory if we make it through all this. Bit of a long story.
Okay. I'll,
Sometimes takes as many as 9 months to tell.
that must be one hell of a story.
Depends on if you do it right.
What if you get more people working together? Can they tell it quicker?
Ah, you're a manager.
Oh my God. I was
Man
like, well, you
woman
might get more
developer,
new
baby, the
people
month.
faster.
Well, I guess we got our work cut out for us. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's murder
I'm
to
asking Otto if he's ready for Regis side. Of course you're ready.
Do you know what I'm thinking about, Graham?
I rarely do, but go on.
Chop, 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 and cut, cut, cut.
Hmm.
If only I had that Huntsman's axe.
Chop, chop,
I'm
cut, cut, chop, chop, cut, cut.
kind of relieved you don't, as it were. But
I wouldn't
right. So
chop you apart.
here's a question for you, and I mean no offense. I got we got bladed weapons, we got piercing weapons, we got smashing weapons. What do you guys tend to use on your own bodies to,
For violence.
yeah.
Oh, we're not allowed to do violence down here. But
Yeah, but you're armed, so I
So
feel I feel like this
in
is a question with an answer.
in theory, if you wanted to hurt somebody of your own kind, how would you go about it? With
um,
physical violence.
swords,
Nothing weird about this question.
spears, clubs will all work fine. I mean, the attendants are carrying spears and dart guns.
Okay, understood. Seems like piercing might be the play. Do they have like organs underneath the translucent skin that I can see?
Make a perception check. Actually, this would actually be an investigation check, as this is going to be you investigating him.
I will ask permission before I investigate the man's internal organs. I say the man, but they're genderless.
They're difficult to tell. Yes, he. It kind of just all right. Uh, I mean, we got stuff inside us. You know, we get cut, we bleed.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Like, he
Well,
just
let me
kind of like
just.
raises his shirt. You don't. Well, the skin's translucent, and you can kind of see some like flowing liquid underneath. You don't notice any organs.
Okay. So it seems like maybe breaching the outer layer is where the harm happens, as it were. Relatable.
Wait, they have to stand up. Do they have bones?
Yes.
There you go. There you go, Graham.
Ah, sit.
I mean,
Pop the
like
bone.
we can slide through stuff pretty easily, but I mean, like we're stiff or hard when you hit us.
Well, let the violence begin.
So
Let's
you,
go.
so you folks can't like you can't slide through like cracks in the right?
Nah, we're what's the word? Vertebrates?
I see.
Birds. Yeah.
We can't contort ourselves.
Huh. Well, you know, it's funny when we talk about the Arwellan Empire returning. We always kind of figured they'd be like us, and they're more like you.
Um,
I guess you don't need to slide through a crack to take over the world, but like, you know, we just kind of maybe had some assumptions.
Yeah, fair.
yeah, well, hopefully when we deal with all this and you guys can go topside, A, you can meet him, and B, there will be more good discovery than bad.
Well, hopefully. Anyway, we're gonna leave it up to you. Can't, you know, be seen with you. We'll
Mhm.
provide any
Right.
support we can, but yeah, we're kind of in a strange spot here.
So,
That's fair.
in your personal opinion on our way out, are any of the holders of those tokens of office like real sons of bitches, or
I don't particularly like him. I mean, the,
like,
the attendant master is the worst.
kind of figured? How about the mayor? Like, does he actually have your people's best interests at heart, even if he's a
I'm
pawn
gonna
of
guess
this
no. I'm gonna guess no,
godling?
Graham. I'm gonna guess no.
I mean, if we grow enough food, you make sure, you know, so all the walkways are still aren't don't rust out or anything like that.
He makes the trains run on slime.
That's actually so good. I wish I had thought of it earlier.
Such
Okay.
gifts I give you.
I mean, his job is to make sure everything, works.
Yeah. Does he give a shit about you? I guess is what it wraps down to. Because
Oh,
if
no. Well, I mean, he gives a shit about making sure everything works because that's what he was told to do by the Guardian. If the Guardian, told him to let some parts of the city sink into the sewer, then I'm sure he probably would be perfectly happy with that.
gotcha. Okay. Well, my plan is if y'all
My plan
agree,
is
kind of looks at the
bloodshed.
group. We send Fiffle to steal the mayor's uh thing. While he's doing that, we go and deal with the Hierophant, and then that draws out the attendant master. We bonk them all, take their sticks, and go deal with a god.
Well, I'll leave that plan up to you.
Um,
Any objections, Fiffle?
None.
All right.
since they're, I guess, translucent,
Partially.
is partially is their blood, or is it like acid? And
I'm guessing it's an acid blood
what does
situation.
it do to weapons? Like, does their blood affect the weapons? Like,
Well,
deteriorate?
it makes them sad.
Oh, I mean, you know, you sometimes hear about somebody getting cut up. I don't think I've ever, cut myself with a knife and then had the knife melt.
Okay,
Probably more of a danger for you than our gear. At least so goes the hope.
yeah.
I mean,
All
I'm
right.
not. My blood's not what I like pour into the drink. I mean, whatever you drink up above is like, is your blood that? Well, he
I'm
really
just
looks.
Just gonna
remembering
look at
that.
Graham as like it depends.
Did you ever see that Legend of Zelda comic about Ocarina of Time where Link is like talking to a Goron, and he's like, "If you eat rocks, why not just eat the ones out here instead of the ones in that volcano? They're everywhere, right? You eat vegetables, right? Why don't you go eat that patch of grass? Think before you speak, punk ass."
God, that was funny. All right, let us begin violence and stealing.
I'm gonna get a good grade in violence.
I just feel like that once the theft happens and the Hierophant is roughed up, we might end up with the guard and the buddy.
Yeah, might.
Oh well, these things happen.
We're on something of a time crunch,
Yeah, let's
and
go.
the more attention we draw, probably the stiffer the resistance we face.
Yep, let's
So I say we deal with both at the same time, so we've
yep.
got the objectives carried off, and then we deal
Oh
with them
yeah,
as fast as we can.
oh yeah. Let the executions begin.
All right then.
The guy's like, "Boy, did we pick the right guys for this?"
Yes,
Mr. Boy.
yes, they did that in a Morgan Freeman voice.
All
All
right,
right.
let's go. Do we want to do sneaking mission or bludgeoning mission first?
Sneaking, I think
Okay.
it makes sense in my head
City
No
Master.
complaints here if that's what we want to do.
because nothing will. Because if you bludgeon first, suspicions rise. But if you steal first,
You know, I
you're still gonna
my
be
thought
violent.
is we're doing it simultaneously.
Ah,
Like it's a solo op for Fiffle and
oh,
maybe Fern if she wants to go sneak on that guy while we go start the fight with the Hierophant. So we get two of them at the same time, and then the third guy comes to investigate. We bonk him, and then we
I
have all three.
am. I am playing Lilith also, I think, right? In this case,
Someone's going to have to remote,
I
like
will.
Jaeger pilot her.
I'll, I'll pilot her. Okay.
What's going on outside? Oh, whatever.
Okay.
There's been a theft.
Well, it's known to happen.
And you get a long rest, so she does have access to all of her goodies again.
Okay.
So, would you like to start? Who would like to start? Would you like to do the stealth mission, or would you like to do the bludgeoning first? In term, I know they're happening simultaneously, but what scene
Yeah.
should we play first?
We're
Does
victims of linear time.
does not matter to me. Okay. I
Let's do
guess.
the sneaking mission, I guess.
Okay.
Assuming no objections.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
Okay.
sneak.
And you want to do
Was
Fiffle
I
and
sneaking again? I was gonna steal something, right?
Yeah, you're basically looking for I guess the captain of the guard who's got some magic stick that you
it's
want to
the
steal.
she's the city master.
Captain of the guard, kind of, I guess.
It's more like
Magic
the
stick.
tendant master, but
Yeah, he's looking for criminals and beating them.
Um, it would probably be easier for him to steal by himself. I'm not the most stealthy.
As long as we don't have another Drow City misadventure. Those dice just wanted us to suffer.
Yeah, that does sound like logical.
Okay. Deploy the halfling.
all right. Well, the city master, or also known as the mayor, is marked on the map right in the middle, and the same kind of communal area where you had talked with the bartender.
Okay, so this one, right there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where am I going?
Right here. The X northwest.
That's where this guy's hanging out.
Yeah, that's his station, I guess.
All right. This is like a closed room that he's in here.
Yeah, as you enter in, you can see that the door is shut, uh, much like the other door where you met Raloran. This door is heavily barred. You can see that it is given some metal strips to make it stronger. The wood is thicker. You also notice that there is a kind of
Is there any like window or opening?
there is a window. The window itself is also shut. Um, that's just what you can see from the just that kind of like hallway area.
I want to sneak up to the window and see if I can see in it at all.
Okay. The window is about 5 feet off the ground,
Oh,
made more for a medium-sized creature, but
that's much higher off the ground than I am. I look around for something I could climb up on.
okay. Make a perception check.
Nice.
Okay. You get it. Yep. You easily find a looks to be a kind of clay pot that has been just kind of like sitting in a one of the corners of the hall. Appears to be empty. The pot itself is about 1.5 feet tall.
Okay. Yeah, I casually place it by the window and climb up on top of it.
Okay. Climb up on the
Well,
pot,
stealthily.
kind of like wobbles a little bit as you're like balancing yourself on it. But you do find yourself at this kind of wooden shuttered window. Looking at the shutter itself, you can see that the appears to have a kind of like a wooden kind of dowel. You can think on the other side that it's like keeping it locked. However, you can see that there is enough of a gap in between like the shutters that if you wanted to, you could easily slip a knife through there.
I see. I wish to first listen carefully at the window.
All right, make another perception check to listen. You can definitely hear some talking. You're not able to really make out what it is. Where you can hear individual words here or there, it is that kind of older style language you often hear Graham speaking, which you would suspect to be Old Orwellan.
Hmm.
And I will put Fiffle right by the window. But you do actually make out the voice of two people.
Two people. Hmm. Hmm. Is there enough of a windowsill that I can like climb up onto it and like stand on?
Yeah, there'd be like about an inch and a half. And you're nimble enough to be able to like pull yourself up and stand upon it.
I do that. And I want to, I kind of take up my dagger, preparing to open the window thing. See that plan might backfire. I was thinking of making noise in the hallway so that they come out, but they have this window. They might just open the window and look out it. Which thing will they do? They'll probably just open the window. All right, I want to climb down and go look at the door.
Okay. The door itself, thick wood. You'd say that the probably give an estimate, you think it's at least a good inch thick, probably a little bit thicker than that. Iron bands across the top and the bottom keep it a little more secure. You can see a similar metal knocker on the door. Uh, there also does appear to be a keyhole, so it looks like this can be opened from just like it can latched and be opened with a key.
All right. I'm not sure what they'll do. I want to try this. I'm going to leave my little clay pot where it is. And I'm going to go kind of hide around the corner here.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot that clay pot with an arrow.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll against it.
Take this, you clay pot.
All right. Well, it's a clay pot, so it's not exactly attempting to dodge you, and it's not really that tough. So your arrow easily just strikes it, and I'm going to tell you it doesn't have that many hit points, so it just immediately just shatters, and you can hear this kind of loud crack and just the patter of the clay shards striking the stone ground makes a very loud, hard sound.
Okay. And then I want to carefully, you know, look and listen and see if they come out or see if I hear them open the window thing.
Okay. Make a stealth roll to be stealthily as you do this. Okay. As you, yeah, you know what? They're gonna do that. Okay. The window opens up, and you can see a similar face to the other creatures. Kind of looks out through the window. It sees the clay pot broken below. You hear it mutter something in Old Orwellan. The window shuts. You hear the door open, and the creature comes out of its room. It approaches the clay pot. It's looking over it. It picks up the arrow,
Hmm.
and it looks over the arrow, and it looks at the broken pot, and it's like rubbing its head, and then it just kind of like looks around the hallway. It doesn't seem to notice you. And you hear it call out something. Zenevida. Zivida.
I do not respond.
Trefech. And he just kind of like walks back and
Now,
goes.
as soon as he turns around and walks back,
Mm-hmm.
I want to scamper out stealthily and follow him back inside
Okay.
without being seen.
Okay. You're able to sneak through. It enters into the room. kind of close, like you're able to like sneak by it, and it kind of turns and closes the door, and you see it lock the door again. You hear another voice come from this other room connected here. The creature responds back, also in a language, once again, you can't understand what it's saying. Uh, and then you see it's turning, and it's going to go sit at the desk in the chair facing the door. What would you like to do?
Okay. Continuing to be stealthy and just kind of like hide behind furniture and stuff like that. Um, so he's sitting at a desk facing the door, and there was somebody else.
In the next room.
So like he's in this room, and then there's somebody else over here.
And yep, in that room there.
All right. So I'm like, here's someplace. Um, Based on the tone of voice and stuff, do I think it sounds like the person in the next room is in charge? I sort of get that vibe.
Um, Make an insight check. You're not sure. No idea.
Yeah, he probably is though. So I'm going to try to sneak such that I can peer into that next room.
Okay. There is a wooden door, thin though, however, much thinner than what would have be entering into this room. This one is ajar slightly.
Okay. Slightly enough for me to slip through without being noticed.
Make another stealth roll.
On dice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're able to. You take a quick look at the door. You're able to see that the kind of hinges on it are a little bit more older. So you kind of like lift it up a little bit so that the metal's not directly touching, like the hinges aren't directly touching, and you're kind of like able to slide it open, and you're able to sneak in. And the room is dim enough in that area that you're able to hide in this kind of dim light. You can see another creature kind of just like laying in the bed, with some paper shuffled around it, and it's just kind of like reading through some of the like what like these papers are, and like takes a quill, dips it into some ink, and just kind of like scribbles on some of the paper. It hasn't noticed you.
Okay. And the object of my desire, what does it look like?
Uh, you were told it is a kind of scepter-shaped item, about as long as from the tip of a finger down to the elbow. Um, it was described as having a flat head, which would have a symbol marked on it that could be used for basically stamping items. And it's also described as having a twist near the top, and having a kind of not quite a gem, but like a engraved metal, um, like a ball at the bottom of it. So you're looking
Okay.
for something like that.
Do I see anything that looks like that in here?
Make a perception check. You do not.
Okay. I'm going to hide in the corner and watch these guys for a little.
Okay. How long would you like to watch for?
I will hang out for like 10 minutes and see if he like takes out the scepter and uses it to stamp some things or something.
Yep. Takes about 3-4 minutes, but eventually the creature in the bed just kind of opens up a drawer on a little like dresser next to it, and just see it kind of pull out the scepter, the one you're looking for. Dips it into some like ink, and it like just kind of stamps a stack of paper. Then puts it back into the drawer, slides it shut. uh, takes out a key and just kind of like clicks it locked, and then it just takes the key and it kind of puts it into a pocket on the breast pocket of the tunic it's wearing.
Hmm. Geez, it's pretty tough steal. But I have to just do it without the key. So it's like a drawer, you said, a
Yep.
locked drawer.
Yep.
Um, and the creature didn't like get up to go get it. The drawer is within reach.
It kind of like shifted over in bed and kind of like reached for it, but it didn't get out of bed to get it.
A nightstand or something. Okay. And what time of day is it?
You're not really sure, as you are underground and have been so for many hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Unfortunately, you have yet to find an open air dungeon.
I'm gonna make one. Celebration. Let me think here. I'm gonna just try and grab it. I mean, I feel like it's either I just go try and like pick the lock of the drawer and snag it and sneak out, or I like hang out here until this thing falls asleep or something, which could be a while, or it could be not a while. I don't really know. Does he look sleepy?
Make an insight check.
Provide him drugs.
I could do that without being no.
Yes, this creature is kind of like looking a little drowsy. It's like rubbing its temple. Um, it's definitely looks like it's been at this for a while and is getting a little monotonous.
I'll hide in the dark for another 10 minutes and see if he like nods off.
Okay. It does take about 10 minutes, and eventually, like you can kind of see that the creature's like looking through this stack of paper, and then like its head's kind of like nodding. It's like trying to stay awake, and eventually you just see like a hand fall, and like the paper kind of like scatter a bit on the bed, and then like the head kind of like tilts forward, and the creature's just kind of dozing.
Violent snoring.
Okay. So now I will try to sneak up to it and pick the key from its pocket.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand. Okay. You're able to get your fingers into the pocket. You can feel the metal of the key, and you're able to pull the key out. The creature stirs, and the head kind of like lifts up a bit, and then it kind of dozes down again.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. The full freezes, unfreezes carefully, throws the key, and then very, very quietly kind of tries to muffle it, unlocks the drawer with the key.
All right. Inside the cabinet, the little dresser drawer here, you can see the symbol of the city master, as well as a couple other things. See some pads that have ink on them. You see a couple of one looks like a knife, one looks like a short sword, kind of like held in there. You can see a small leather pouch, but the rod is directly in front, right there, waiting.
Hmm. this leather pouch, is there any coins in it?
Just appear to be about 10 gold coins.
Okay, yeah, so I'll take that and also the rod.
Okay.
Um, and then I will try to sneak out of here.
All right.
This will be its own challenge.
Okay. How would you like to attempt to sneak out?
So first I'll get, back towards the first room and see what this guy's doing there.
Okay. The first person there. Arrow is sitting on the desk. It is got a drink next to it. It's filling out more paperwork. Stands up from the desk and like begins to stretch a bit, kind of like twisting side to side.
Hmm. That's distressing. Well, if he's moving around, I'll kind of observe and wait to see what he does.
Kind of like twists a bit and like he kind of like twists its back and it you hear like a small pop and it's like oh, and it sits back in its chair. Continues doing paperwork. The green chair, the one that's facing the window in the door. It also has it's got a clay cup. And you can see it pouring that kind of like fuming, like the liquid and the fumes coming from it. You can see it knocking back a drink or two.
Zoom in's helping a little bit here.
I can respect that.
If I just like go up to the window or the door, I'll just be directly in his line of sight. He'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Most likely, you suspect.
Mm-hmm. Any way to like knock him out?
Drown him in his drink.
Oh, maybe you could like cause his whatever he poured in from for his drink. Maybe you could like break that so he has to go clean up the mess, or while he's distracted cleaning it up, then you can slide out,
Mm.
swoosh out of there.
Yeah, I guess he'd have to clean up his acid juice if I spilled his acid juice. Where did he keep his acid juice?
He's got like a uh, clay jug that he's like sitting on the desk, kind of next to the clay cups he has.
Okay, so I'm gonna like stealth up right next to his desk and
Okay.
like as he's doing paperwork, I'm gonna like very slowly and stealthily like move the jug closer and closer to his hand.
You're doing the
So,
Beavis Sinatra
so that,
drill tweet.
so
All
that
right.
it's real close to his hand, and then I'm gonna like hunker down real stealthily, and I'm gonna like make a noise to startle him. I'm gonna make a cat noise.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll to stealthily move that around.
I posted the thing I'm referencing.
Ooh,
Oh, but
oh,
you
but I can reroll that.
Thank God.
Okay.
Give yourself the wink.
So Fiffle is able to slowly, slyly, kind of like slide this over closer to him. And to make a kind of cat noise, give me a deception or a performance in order to mimic the sound of a creature that is not you.
Potato, potato.
Okay.
Okay. The creature, you make a noise. You don't really think it sounds much like a cat. Eh,
It was a noise.
you make a noise. The creature, startled, kind of like knocks over the acid,
Hmm.
and it kind of like falls and shatters on the ground, and you can see like it beginning to like kind of hiss and sizzle.
Hmm.
It's looking around and it can't see anything, and it's like kind of shouts to the next room, and
All
you
right.
can
Well,
hear the creature in the other room start to stir, and is beginning. You can hear like the creak of the bed frame as it's beginning to get out of bed.
I've
Hmm.
stirred their hornet's nest. Well, as they're being somewhat distracted, I want to kind of stealth around the edge of the room towards the window here, and then climb up, unlatch the window, and hop through it.
Okay. As you're doing that, you're able to jump down without too much trouble. Uh, the You hear the two voices inside. They're starting to get a lot louder. And give me an insight check, actually. Yeah, it's easy to tell. They're also getting a lot more panicky.
Mm-hmm.
As and you can definitely hear the sound of like wood moving around, things being turned over, looked through. Um, but within your hand, you do hold the actual the symbol of control that had been given to the city master.
Ethel clicks his heels together and scampers off down the alleyway,
All right.
hallway thing place.
Okay. We now return to Otto, Graham, Fern, Aurora, and Lilith. So, what are you lot doing?
Um, I guess we'll just start making our way downtown, walking fast.
Damn it, he beat me to it.
Da 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 da.
Windows close as you go by, so faces don't pass, but
Otto's just gonna be muttering chop, chop, chop all the way through.
Graham, give me a perception check.
I will give a perception check. Nice.
You hear Otto muttering under his breath, chop, chop, cut, cut.
You going through something, Otto? Like more than normal?
Nah, this is my normal.
That's what I'm kind of worried about.
Otto's gonna laugh to himself.
Well,
He's
all
gonna
right.
take on the afflictions of everything we go through.
Just absorb all the bad juju.
Actually, Fern, with her larger ears, would also be able to hear Otto muttering the same thing. How does
What are you gonna be chopping? You want to help me cook later?
Are we cooking body parts? Chop, chop.
Uh, I mean,
No.
meat, like animals for I don't know.
Fern is disturbed.
Yeah, how does Fern?
Vegetables?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Otto, make a deception check on that one.
Actually, I don't even know if I'm trying to be deceptive.
It would either be a deception or a persuasion to, as you attempt to calm Fern's nerves. All right, Fern, it's up to you if you want to attempt to, if you just believe Otto, or if you attempt to actually
To be fair,
discern.
Otto doesn't even know if he's gonna be doing this later.
As long as you don't hear the word Hassenpfeffer, you're fine.
Yeah, I'll believe him. We're gonna chop some vegetables for dinner later.
Fern has decided to believe Otto. Or as they would say in Futurama, Fern would dearly love to believe Otto, so she will.
It's probably better this way.
Yeah.
Just power
So,
walking faster.
what's our plan for this one?
Well,
Chop,
not to
chop,
put too
cut,
fine a
cut.
point on it, we're going to beat the shit out of him and take his staff.
I told you the plan, Fern. Chop, chop, cut, cut.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's where the chop's coming from. Let's go chop him.
If we can avoid killing him, great. But it sounds like he's probably going to get whatever passes for the rope down here if we pull this off anyway.
We're trying
And
to
don't
be
forget, there's that third guy who'll probably get drawn to the ruckus. So we'll have to
okay.
hit hard and fast.
So gun time, not bow and arrow.
Whatever. Violence
Maybe-
time.
If you
Okay.
get a good opening shot with the bow, and then switch to your gun or something.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, head that
Oh
away.
yeah.
I'm just gonna put myself in the area.
All right. So actually, as you approach, you can see the Hierophant is standing on a wooden platform on a more open area, giving what you believe to be a sermon to the surrounding group. It's not many. It's like maybe 8, 9 people
Where
surrounding the Hierophant, listening to them speak. Um, as this appears to be more of just an impromptu sermon,
uh
where
is he at the X right here?
nope, he would actually be standing right here.
Okay.
That X was simply where he typically spends his time. It was drawn.
Gotcha. Is he
Um,
speaking Old Orwellan?
he is, yes.
Is he preaching about us about to get executed?
It's definitely the words reference the unfaithful, the deceivers, that the faith should be put into the guardian god as he is protecting the city and the Desidens, and that those who would disrupt can come looking like they are friends, but obviously are going to be enemies in disguise.
How other than them listening, how's the guard situation look like around here?
Make a perception check.
Do that, do that.
You actually don't really see any guards. The Hierophant is, you see him just more surrounded by those like faithful to him, um, and does not appear to actually have any like of the attendants you had been warned about.
Hmm.
Hmm. I could maybe make a scene, or we could just immediately jump to violence.
Uh, I say we let him yap, and if the crowd starts to get bigger, then maybe we should just jump him there. If not, and they start to dissipate, we jump him there.
While you're deciding this, the Hierophant locks eyes with the your group and starts to speak louder about heretics and deceivers and those who would bring false witness to disrupt the perfection of the city below, who would attempt to
Yeah.
act as the blasphemers to the guardian god and would thus be struck down and destroyed by his might.
Graham is going to interrupt him before he can say anything about the Guardian God, and say there is a betrayer and a deceiver here. And he's saying this in Old Orwellan very loudly. There is a betrayer and a deceiver here, and I'm looking at him. And just kind of level a hand at him accusingly, Phoenix Wright style.
All right.
Okay.
Graham, you're actually leaning into the more religious aspect. I would like you to make a religion roll for this one, please.
Sweet. Time to roll a 2.
All right.
Nice.
While he does that, can we kind of like move around and kind of
Um, yeah, where would
like
you like to move to?
yeah, like right there, kind of get to the side to see this religious debate unfold?
Okay. Yeah, Graham. The Hierophant was not expecting your not only old Orwellan speak, but you turning his sermon around on him. He kind of sputters a bit, and he's like trying to maintain his composure and just the deceiver is among us, yes, but it is not I. I have been chosen by the guardian god. I to cast down these blasphemers here, and he points to you all.
Uh,
Graham is going to point back at him again and say, let's have it then. You and us.
do
One
we
on one. Let's go.
Uh,
Yeah.
Put word to faith. Put action and duty to it.
okay,
Prove you have your God's blessing or leave.
give
Yeah. I don't think you really do. I don't think you really blessed you. I think you're making it up.
give me another religion roll
I will
with
try.
advantage.
Oop, not sleight of hand. Just start doing like juggling in the middle of this. 18.
All right. The Hierophant is uh
Is he
Yeah, he's
offended?
like really like you're not sure if they can sweat, but it looks like he's ready to start. And he's like, I don't need to prove myself to the god. He
You don't need to
understands.
prove yourself to the god. You don't need to prove yourself to me. You need to prove yourself to these people.
Yeah.
Otto's gonna look at Graham and then back at the Hierophant.
Yeah.
Graham's got some aggression to work out here.
Otto has no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah. Otto just hears like two people just shouting at each other in like Greek and is not sure what's going on.
I,
Nice.
can I like try to encourage the people listening to follow on whatever the heck Graham is saying?
How would you like to encourage them?
I don't know. Is like I guess I would like to, based off of what I'm seeing, encourage this whatever showmanship's happening.
Okay. In what method? I need to know what you need to
I
roll.
guess how can I tell that Graham is attempting to dissuade his sermon?
Yeah, you get that pretty good idea.
So
You can tell it's like a religious rap battle.
I would like to play off on that and just say like I can tell it's gonna go to violence, and I said I want to see the violence kind of type of thing. Is like let's see it type of thing.
Or you just say to the crowd, you want to see the violence?
No, it's just I guess I don't know, just kind of tell them to go at it in
Okay.
person, like fisticuffs type of thing.
Graham, give me another religion roll, also with advantage because of kind of auto, to an extent, working up the crowd.
Hooray. 17. Thank you,
Okay.
advantage.
The Hierophant is able to an extent, maintain his composure, but is obviously faltering, and the crowd is looking around at the both of you, shocked that Graham is able to speak Old Arwellan and is able to utilize the more religious terminology and words of the sermon uh, back of the Hierophant, and more shocked that the Hierophant is just not able to come up with a good defense against this,
Mm.
and they're starting to like kind of mutter to themselves, and a few of them are looking really kind of nervous. You kind of get the feeling that the audience is on an almost knife's edge.
All right. Uh, I guess Graham will try to deliver his own fiery sermon. Let me see if I can improv something.
Okay.
You speak of deceivers, you speak of betrayers, you speak of those hiding in your midst, promising you deliverance under false pretenses. I call you an impostor. The robes you wear and the vestments are stolen from their rightful holder. That staff in your hand speaks to power and greed and avarice, and that is all you have. And you guide these people to their own ruin for the sake of your own enrichment. I name you a deceiver and blasphemer, and I challenge you.
All right, Graham, give me a one last religion roll, also at advantage.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, the crowd looks to the Hierophant and they're just like start shouting angry words at him as they are completely swayed by your sermon, and they start to like pull at his robes, and the Hierophant just takes his staff of control and he just like charges at you, and he's like about to strike you with it.
All right.
Uh, but he's kind of slow and a little older, so you obviously have the drop on him. What would you like to do?
Graham is gonna like Dark Souls parry the thing and then grab the staff from his hand and just pull it right from him.
Give me an athletics.
Only 12. Damn it.
Okay, well, he isn't exactly
Old.
the. Yeah, I just rolled a 1 for him. Yeah, Graham, you pull it right from his hand. It's like he just handed it to you almost. And
Graham
he's
will
just.
hold it aloft.
Beat him with it.
Yeah, actually, about this time, I imagine Fiffle probably has arrived with the crowd and seen this happen.
Graham will look the
Yeah,
guy in
sure,
the eye
people
and
call
tell
him
him
out.
turn tail and flee. Leave this place and do not bother these people again.
Yeah, he just turns and huffs it as much as he can.
Nice.
It's actually better than killing him. To be
Yeah,
honest.
no, that went way better than expected.
Well, you really leaned into it, so we're pretty good there. Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell Graham. I was like, I didn't mean to emotionally cut him. Jesus.
That's all right. Graham will look at the crowd holding the staff over his head and say, there will be violence in the near future. Go to your homes and make safe your families.
You kind of hear them beginning to chant, "Deliverer."
Nice. Might fuck around and become a messiah figure for a race of underground acid people. You never know.
Oh, watch out, these things.
Everyone's probably like, what the fuck just happened?
Religious schism. And
Graham
Graham's
doing
going
his
to look
thing.
around and see if the commotion has brought the guards over.
Give me a perception check.
Can I also perceptively check around?
Yes, both of you can roll perception.
Damn it. At least I got the good checks.
Wow.
I will also do perception.
All right, go ahead.
We win a car if you get a 10.
Let's see. Perception.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, you don't get a car.
Hang on. I guess I should do it on Lilith too.
Okay.
We were at that point. I guess we were kind of like on watch.
Nice.
All right. Lilith looks around.
Yeah, let's gonna grunt and point, like, to for our attention and point.
Lilith points to one of the kind of creatures down below here. Doesn't really look terribly happy with you. You kind of just see it slowly, like, make its way away from you, further into the city, going down an alleyway.
Where was he? I had the thing open.
It was like down around here. It was farther south.
Let's follow him because he's probably going to get the constabulary.
Yep.
And we can kind of not blindside them, like we won't get an ambush off, but they might be surprised and like, hey, there's these guys. Oh fuck, they're behind me.
All right. If you would like to follow after him, give me a survival to continue tracking him.
Survival?
Survival.
Please
I
do.
shall
And if I
do
can
that.
assist you, I will. If not, I can roll my own.
Am I in the right?
All right. Yeah, you're able to kind of like follow his footprints. Like you can see where he like recent boot prints have gone, and you're able to see that he has made his way back to like the center into that like community area.
Okay. Let's head that way.
Yeah. I would say so.
Not looking to stop him or anything. Just if he's going to get help, I want us to be there the moment that happens.
Where? I don't know where. I'm just moving. Like,
All right. All right. So entering into this kind of community area, you can hear some commotion. You notice that the door to the city master's office is open.
And Fiffle rejoined us, right?
Yeah.
Nice work. I assume he's got the staff.
Hey, you know,
Nice.
But yeah, Graham, you can hear a commotion in that kind of like open bar area where you had first talked with the bartender.
Okay. Let's head that way.
All right. Within that room, you can see dressed in armor, carrying shields, spears, and dart guns at the side. There are a number of these, like the attendants. You count 8 of them, including one. The person you would track down is speaking to a taller one of the attendants with a kind of fancy helmet with these kind of bone antlers sticking off of it.
Neat.
At his side, you notice a number. You also see the kind of symbol of control. You can also see that the city master is in the room there, also just kind of like yelling at this attendant
What
before.
is he? What's he yelling?
Uh, he is just kind of saying that the symbol of the guardian god has been stolen, and at the same time, the other attendant is talking to him, and he's saying the Hierophant has just had the rod stolen from his hand too. It's a coup.
uh, do we want to? Graham's gonna subtly motion for Fiffle to get to an ambush spot before I open my yap.
What about Fern too? What doesn't
Yeah,
really.
just kind of motion the others like get ready for a rumble.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoever's attempting to do any ambushing, just make stealth rolls, please.
I would assume I'm gonna really want to do that.
And I'm going to put these creatures into the bar where they are.
We're coming from the north.
Probably more westish, but
Okay, I see the door
I'll
now.
I'll let Ian make that call. He kind of runs the game and all that.
Well, you had originally approached from the east, and then kind of made your way through that northern
Oh, I see. It's like an alley.
that alleyway that runs like north south, and that's how you're able
Yeah,
to get.
like this isn't open access. We went
Yeah.
up and around. That
Yep.
makes sense.
And then that's how you're able to get and see the city master's office. So you are approaching from the north.
Which one is the city master dude?
His city master is here. The city master is not represented among these. There are other NPCs here.
Yeah, I meant the guard, the head guard.
He would be here,
Okay.
and I will put a little
I was
symbol
about to ask. Yeah.
upon him so that you can know he is going to have the.
Give him a Burger King crown.
Here, I'll give him this little. He has this little flag.
They released Flag Boy from the basement cellar.
I was going to tell you, it's actually finding the icon to represent these guys was hard enough as it is, and then I had to find a dude who's also their captain. That was going to be a little more rough for me than I was expecting.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Once everybody is hidden or ready to ambush, Graham is gonna go. Excuse me, and when they turn around, he's gonna be tapping the Hierophant staff against his shoulder before he puts it away.
The captain of the attendants just looks at you, points, kill them, and I would like everybody to click on their character and roll initiative.
Whoa!
Did he say that in common or Old Arwellen?
He actually said this in common.
Oh, okay. It's like time to show them another one that has no favor.
All right, you ready for a weird initiative roll again?
Yes,
Hooray.
love weird initiative rolls.
Oh yeah, I
That
keep
is
forgetting
weird.
to correct
Can I
that.
halfling
I
luck
don't
the
know
fucking
how to
initiative?
change that.
Can I halfling luck the fucking initiative?
Mine's plus.
I don't believe the
3.
halfling luck affects initiative, unfortunately.
That might actually be good. Like it sucks to go last, but you'll be able to like run up on people who
Say
get
it's a
close to
9.
us and bonk them.
I'm just gonna round
plus
down
3.
to a 9.
Also, I think I know why it does that decimal thing. Not specifically on the sheet, but like for cases where there's an initiative tie, if you put a decimal at the end equal to what your bonus on dexterity is, then it's like, oh, 9.4 because they have an 18 dex versus like, oh, 18.3 or whatever.
Well, I will take a look at the character sheet. I just keep forgetting to do that.
Plus 3 for my initiative.
There you go.
Yo.
Wow, Lilith and Graham.
What are the guys armed with, incidentally?
You saw that they are armed with spears. They have dart guns, and they also, as they are preparing, you can see them beginning to grow additional arms.
Neat.
One arm splits out from all of them and just like picks up the dart gun. So they have spear in one hand, shield in the other, dart gun in a third hand, and then they grow a kind of like weird fleshy club arm.
Huh. Spicy.
Man, they should get that checked out.
Thank God we don't have a certain cat wizard here because there would be a fireball, but it wouldn't be until we were in melee.
All right. Actually, does Lilith or Graham? I'm assuming Lilith has a higher dexterity.
Graham's got a 12 dexterity. +1 bonus.
What does Lilith have?
13 plus 1.
Okay, 13.
So yeah, Lilith goes first.
So this is hard to see. Which way is the so
Okay, so there's it's a little difficult to see. So there's like a hallway right here to the south.
mhm. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure if like these are supposed to be walls or like just
Those are like more like stairs, like just kind of like descending down further in.
okay. Let me see what Miss Lilith can do here.
And actually, Graham, having said that, you would have been there.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Graham is making himself the aggro target.
you are gonna go before them anyway, so there. It makes sense. You're the one who shouted at him.
Yep.
You can see here, right?
Yes.
Okay. I guess she'll firebolt this guy.
Okay, go ahead.
Where the heck is firebolt? There it is.
Everywhere. All right. Yep. That you just see the firebolt shoot out as she steps around the corner, shoots it out. It just clips the guy's shoulder. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Let me go pull up and just make sure I'm going to do the damage calculations correct. That is a really good strike.
And she'll grunt like aggressively and like step back here.
All right. Anything else for Lilith's turn?
No, that should be it.
And I forgot to do that.
Mr. Graham's turn.
Okay.
Mr. Antagonizer.
Hmm.
The religious leader of this city now is up.
Okay. Within 10 feet. Nice. Okay, Graham is going to actually burn a high-level spell, and I'm going to cast a Guardian of Faith. 30 feet down, blocking their way, or forcing them to run past it to come to us.
All right. Where are you plopping it?
Let me grab the ruler again. Measure line. Yeah, here's good. Let me... 5,
Just
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep, right
Right
there. Okay. All right. What does your Guardian of Faith look like?
It's gonna be... like, it's gonna kind of look like a water spout, except with, like, necrotic acid slime.
Ooh.
But also it's the symbol of Eidos, just kind of all, like, metal album covery.
All right. You have created this horrifying-looking figure of your faith.
And, that is actually gonna do it for my turn.
All right. You have the Acid Warriors. Okay, this one who got shot is going to move forward.
Makes a dex save.
He is going to make his dex save. He fails. Roll the damage on that guy.
There's no roll, he just takes 20 radiant.
20 radiant, okay.
And there's 40 left in the Guardian.
Alright, the other one... Okay, then he's going to continue. So that we went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
He's going to pull out his dart gun and he's going to shoot it at you, Graham.
Okay.
21 hit.
Let's see. I'll take that.
Okay. You can see this little... It looks sort of like a very compact hand crossbow. You can see it has a very strong kind of band on it, and he just kind of pulls it back, pulls the trigger, and it just shoots this dart, and it strikes you, and it's going to deal 12
Damn.
piercing damage. It just strikes you kind of right in the neck between your armor.
Rude.
That's what they be, rude.
Yeah. I'm at 62, and I lose my 3 temp HP. Okay.
The captain looks to you, another one. Yup. Symbols forward. This guy runs forward. He's going to make his dex save.
He will take 20 as well. The thing looks like it's like pulling the acid from inside their bodies as they run past it, like it's just drawing it into itself.
Horrifying. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to also pull out his dart gun, because he's having a tough time reaching you, and he's going to shoot it at you.
Miss.
Just bounces off your armor, no problem. Captain looks to another guy, tells him to go forward. Hesitates for a second, and then...
It's the Ninja Gaiden comic from Penny Arcade.
Failing and taking
20 more damage, and the thing actually will pop.
As these creatures have actually seen something like this before. 15, 20, there we are. Once again, pull out the dart gun. Missing.
Yes.
And the other ones are going to just... Yeah, they're supposed to move and then do their action, but... It's just easier for me to do this in a... Okay, so... The 3 on the kind of right side, let me just make sure that they can actually see... No, they wouldn't even really be able to see you, so... Yeah, they're gonna... The 2 additional, they're gonna shoot at you, Graham. Hitting you.
Oof. Well,
For...
okay, well that's a lucky crit for me. I'll take 7 damage over.
And another one shoots at you.
Okay.
For 10 more piercing damage.
So 17 damage between those two. I think I'm at, 45. Still above half.
Alright. And then... The captain is actually... So he moved 15. He's going to move... And he's actually going to slam his kind of like club hand against this like shutter. And you can see the wood splinter and crack as he slams through it. And he looks like he's about to crawl through it. Vern, you're up.
Okay. Let's see.
Burn that gaggle fuck.
Man, this is where we need a controlled tavern fire.
If I'm right here, can I shoot this guy right here?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I will attempt to shoot him.
Alright.
Where's my...
Bow or gun?
Where's my gun on here?
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
Perfect. Yeah, you just peek your head out of the corner, just fire pistol into this creature's chest. And, geez, 15 piercing damage.
Woof.
2 times.
Yeah, damn.
Okay.
I was just watching a video essay about the game Nocturne, where you have a guns akimbo constant. Like, you just did that. Just like, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just fire twice into this creature's chest, and it kind of like slumps forward, like falls hard on its knee, and it just like is still still able to like maintain its presence in your eye. It's like not fallen over yet, but it looks like just you see the blood leaking from its chest from both wounds, and it's just like panic in its eyes as it like you've done this.
How could you? You've done this.
Alright, and then Aurora will come over here.
Okay.
And Fern's gonna move back over here. And Aurora will attempt to maul him.
Alright, that hits. Go ahead and do damage. Yeah, and with that, Aurora's able to just tear this thing, just grabs it by the throat and rips, and like the head kind of lolls over and it collapses in front. And you can hear the other ones behind it just going, like, shouting in panic and fear.
There's a killer wolf. Okay.
Cato's not even here to instigate her.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Did you wish to do anything else?
She'll go over there
Alright.
and just wait. Okay, that's it.
On to Fiffle.
Oh. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh my.
There's bloodshed to be had.
Really
Okay.
letting the warp overtake you, huh?
Glowing and blue nasties. You seem so mean. Nasty.
So to get Matt in character, you have told me what happens in this. This is horseshit. That's why.
Your god is bad, and you should feel bad.
You're taking advantage of your station, and you should be executed for such.
So there's there's a lot of clutter around here. A lot of places to hide, I guess. These are all like beds and things. That
Yeah. Yep. Now you're really just in this like very narrow hallway.
Let's move it so we like see. So like these are rooms with the beds are rooms, and then
Yes.
like this is a room, and
Yep.
this is a room.
Yep. Yeah, those are like doors, into like other
Is
bedrooms.
this central area open?
Yeah. So this area down here is open. Right now you are just like in a hallway, like
So there's
running
no
in between.
wall
Yep.
here.
Yeah, it's very crowded here, as it's like this very tight knit like area.
Okay.
This is the murder hallway.
Why do they call it the murder?
All right. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna shoot one of these guys with an arrow, and then I'm gonna bonus action hide amongst the just amongst the murder hallway, I
Okay.
guess. It's easy to miss people in the murder hallway.
So yeah, go ahead, and you're able to easily slip between Graham's legs and fire out your bow. Unfortunately, the arrow just does not like strike, and these creatures like it just hits next to like the next creature in line, and does not actually connect.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
All right.
You would you be attacking with advantage?
I don't think so.
You were stealth at the beginning of this, right?
I would say try. You could do one more. I can't strictly remember, but I think that's correct because you did roll the.
Yeah, Graham specifically waited before he issued his challenge.
Yeah, I would say go ahead, give me another one just to indicate advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, well, go ahead and roll the
Damn.
damage on that bad boy.
I gave the halfling luck.
That's what happens, I guess. Okay.
And you're able to double up sneak attack as well.
Oh yeah. Sneak attack.
Okay, so that's 8 and 25. Holy guacamole.
Did he hit? Or what
I'm
doesn't
s-
exist anymore?
I'm assuming the next guy in line, right? Like this fella?
Yeah.
Alright. And then Fiffle is able to kind of sneak back and hide.
Ignore me.
Alright, on to Otto.
Otto's gonna come over here. Eldritch Blast this guy.
Okay, go ahead.
Where is it?
That hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
I hit damage someday.
Okay.
Again.
Also hits. Go ahead, roll damage. This guy is looking incredibly rough. He's bleeding heavily from the arrow that is just sunk deep into his chest into 2 Eldritch Blasts. He is looking like he's about ready to collapse.
And I assume this guy. I must have heard the racket and Graham.
I'm sorry, I can't quite hear you. You're coming a little soft.
Weird. I assume Graham would have told us that this guy's trying to like make a break for it over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say on my turn, like one of us should get this choke point, one of us should get the window.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I will continue on this side over here.
All right. Just a second. Yeah, I'm just trying to like. You couldn't quite move there, but you could move like here.
Well, this is 20. Oh, hang on. Where's the? How can I get over there? It's hard to.
Yeah, you can't quite. You'd have to go through like this door, like this opening right here.
Okay, so I can go here then. That would be 30 right there.
Yep, you can go right there.
Cool. That
All
should be
right. And then we are on to Lilith.
She'll fireball the guy that's not doing too hot.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. She shoots a firebolt, but the damage he took has caused him to kind of like fall to his knees, and the firebolt shoots to where he once was and just goes above his head.
Let me see. I don't think there's anything. Does not really have anything bonus actiony other than Sanctuary. That's it for her.
Ram, you're up.
All right. Let's see. What's the range on that? That is 120 feet. Nice. Graham is gonna try to guiding bolt the captain.
Okay. Are you able to see him? He is just outside of your range. You'd have to move forward.
If I moved up, would I be able to?
Let's find
Like
out.
either here or over the other guy?
If you step, you'd have to go. No, you'd have to be further in. You'd have to be like around
Okay.
here.
And there's no squeezing past these guys. It's a choke point, right?
No.
You could attempt to wrestle past them using like an athletics, but that would use your action.
Yeah, nah. All right, forget that then.
Okay.
Graham is going to move up as far as he can,
Okay.
and I am going to summon a spiritual weapon with my bonus action with a second level spell,
Okay.
and I can put it anywhere within 60 feet. I am going to put it where I saw the guard disappear.
Okay.
Or the captain. Like I assume I saw him like break to the side away from the hallway.
Yes.
Okay.
And where did I put your spiritual weapon?
I'll actually put it like by the window.
There you go.
Assuming I can, like that, yeah.
And that is on the token layer, so you should have control of that.
Yep. And it gets a free swing, which it's gonna take.
Okay.
Ba-da-da. I think I have a thing for that, do I? Okay, ignore the spell description, but it's
Okay.
not chill touch. So 26 to hit.
Yep.
And it is 1d8 plus spell casting, and it scales up, so it's 2d8. Oh, for every 2 slot levels. Never mind. I only casted at base level, so it'll be 1d8 plus my wisdom.
Okay.
And I think, 7 force damage. To the
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you just hear the thunk.
And I am also going to cast Sapping Sting on these two guys in front of me. I can pair my cantrips.
Okay.
So they both have to make a Constitution save or take 1d4 or 2d4 necrotic damage and fall prone.
Okay, so we're going to start with the one directly in front who is really badly hurt. So he passes.
Makes it.
And then we're going to go to the second friend.
He also passes.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing happens with that, but Graham is also going to shout, "Stand aside. This is between me and the captain. I'm coming for you, you son of a bitch."
All right. We are going to go to the Acid Warriors. So we'll start with the one who's wounded in front of you.
Okay.
It is going to swing its like club arm at you. So it's going to go 1.
I am going to shield this time, so my AC will be +5 for the rest of the round.
Okay. It's going to swing a second time and a third time.
Okay, all those will miss.
It just like slammed against the spectral shield. The one behind is going to shoot his dart gun at you. Missing as it just bounces off the shield one more.
Nice.
The captain breaks through the door, going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the other guards are going to follow. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 25. And it's going to go right there as it's getting a little crowded for them. All right. Vern, you're up.
Hmm. Alright.
That's what I've always wanted to do, level a whole city.
I was about to say, like, we're living the fantasy of fighting the guards in the town. It's just we're actually supposed to for a change.
So, is there a way out over here, or is it you have to go through this way?
So there is a entrance to your north right here,
Okay.
and then there's one by where Otto's going here. There's
Okay.
an exit entrance right there. But then, yes, if you just go into that central area, there's that door because they kind of made by bashing open like the shutters.
Okay. Well, there's these two in the hall, so I'll come over here and shoot at this guy right there.
All right. Okay. Well, first shot clips through his skull and immediately kills him.
Nice.
Guess
Okay.
the other one hit the other
I'll
guy.
hit this one with the second shot.
That also strikes.
I'm just picturing that she just shot him both at the same time, and the other one just kept going.
Yeah, John Woo here is a rabbit.
Hair boiled.
You know she's a better murder hobo than Tigo was in Dark Heresy.
Oh, God.
All right. Yeah. So both bullets, like, yeah, you see, like one of their heads just like get right through the eye and out the back of the skull, and then the other bullet just strike the other one in the chest.
Dang. Okay. And then Aurora will just come over here and attack this one that's still standing, or try to.
All right. Goes to bite at him, but he's able to like put up his shield in time, and Aurora just like you see the teeth sink into the shield, and like the wood begins to crack a little bit.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
All right. I'm good.
All right. Biffle, you're up.
Whoa. Okay. Looked back to the window and like everything went all crazy while it updated everything. Interesting. An interesting thing. All right. Where are all these guys going down here? Are they running away?
Yeah.
They're following the captain who's running away with his stick.
Okay. I will shoot this one
All right.
for daring to not run away.
You committed too hard. Right. Unfortunately, the arrow doesn't strike, and you're unable to hit this creature.
Did you stealth again last turn by chance?
I did, so I guess I have advantage.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead. Okay.
Nice.
By which I mean the arrow actually does strike the creature and is able to do damage.
Aha!
And Aurora is next to it, so you get sneak attack, of course.
Aha!
Not that it would strictly matter, but
What I picture is like Biffle just like waving his hand a little bit to the side, and the arrow just like moves with his hand.
Just 5 knuckle shuffles.
There you go.
all right. And yeah, the arrow just pierces in, just like over the shield as Aurora's kind of pulling it down.
Take that.
The creature's looking a little panicked now. But did you wish to do anything else?
I wish to remain in a stealthy way.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
I will do that.
Okay. On to Otto.
Can I actually see him or no?
The captain?
No, the one that he just shot.
No. Nope. There's a there's the corner of the hallway in your way.
Okay, so I can go here then, right?
No, that would be a wall in your way. These
No,
are kind of like
no. Wait, which way do I have to go? I gotta go up
You'd
and
have to.
over.
Basically, these are like very narrow hallways. They are not even 5 feet wide.
Yeah, I'm thinking, could I go here one and then here, like that?
No, that would be on the wall. You'd have to
Oh,
basically.
that's a wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, the map didn't map quite perfectly, but it's okay. It's still a good map.
yeah,
They're good maps, Bront.
3, 4, 5, 6. I can do that, right?
Yes, you can. Okay, so from there, you'd be able to... Actually, you would be able to see the captain. The rest of them would have walls in the way.
Oh, I don't care. I want to draw. I want to. Is he undead? For chance, I don't think I know. Whatever. This will
I
figure
don't
it
think they are.
You're not sure.
out. I want a divinity. I can see him. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw. And then on a failed save, he's going to be frightened and he can't move for 1 minute.
All right.
Oh, snap.
He is unable to move.
Quite literally putting the fear of God to these people.
Yep, that will be, yeah, so when Otto does that, he's like, your god has abandoned you this day. And then that's when he flashes that out, and that'll be his turn.
All right.
Invoke Sir George of Carlin. My god has a bigger dick than your god.
Lilith, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Can she run up to here and just club this guy in the head?
She would be standing where Aurora is. So where she can move past Aurora, she can't like go and like attack from where Aurora is, but she can she can step over the corpse.
I can fireball from up here, but like between Fern and
yeah.
We'll do that then. I just wanted to club somebody, damn it.
That's frustration to work out.
Yes.
All right, well that hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
10.
All right. Yeah, the firebolt just strikes the creature. It is looking in bad shape.
Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Just trying to see where she moves. She's not gonna do anything else. I can figure that out while Graham does his thing.
Okay.
Five will be right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
We're
right.
good.
Graham, you're up.
Okay. What was the name of the real death god, the Arwellan death god, who is now being called a heretic?
Dentar.
Blasphemers against Dentar, lay down your arms. The heirs of Arwell have come. Lay down your weapons or die clutching them.
Make a religion check.
I will. Am I within 30 feet of Fiffle? I am. Can I re-roll that?
Can Fiffle
Yeah.
see you? Actually, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
That's a little better.
All right. The attendant here just chucks all his weapons down, shield. He just gives it to Aurora, and just all four hands are up.
This is for you. Graham will move past him. 5, 10. Actually, no, it's probably faster. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I jump that? Like that 5
Make
foot
an
gap?
athletics to attempt to jump. Actually, no, you'd be able to, yeah.
Yeah.
If it was farther than that, you'd have to make an athletics.
Let's see. I doubt it'll work, but 5, 10, 15, 20. The spectral weapon will go this way and cut them off. Have they put down their arms, these four?
They have not, no.
Alright, then I'm going to bonus action bop the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
Does a 15 hit?
It does not. He's able to raise his shield up in time, and the spectral weapon just slams onto the shield.
Okay. And then let's see, that's my move. Do I have line of sight to the captain from here? I assume no. 50 feet?
Yeah,
45 feet.
You can see him. You can see like the
Okay.
you can see like it's half of him.
Like
That's all I need. Let's see. Oh yeah, and he failed to save, so he's immobilized, right?
Yeah, he's immobilized. I think Graham would have heard me just tell him his gods abandoned him.
In that case, I'm actually going to run up on him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, double move.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Yes, warriors. Okay. This one's going to move past your spiritual weapon to the captain, and it's going to start yelling at him. And he's just like frozen in fear. It is going to kind of like slap him, dealing 8 bludgeoning damage to his own captain.
Bonk. You have led us to ruin.
The captain, having been kind of snapped out of the fear, now that it's taken damage, is able to like shake his head. So it moved 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, the warrior is going to use its remaining attacks against you, Graham, so it's going to now attack once, twice.
One hit.
Okay. It's going to just slam you for 9 bludgeoning damage as it just kind of punches you hard in the chest.
Okay. Ram's still up and at them.
The captain is going to run away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It is going to use its action to dash.
What a little bastard.
And 30 as it approaches this kind of southern gate. The other ones are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to shoot its dart gun at you, Graham.
Okay. That will also hit.
Dealing
for
4 piercing damage.
Yep. Getting slowly pockmarked, but they only just got me below half health.
15, 20. It's going to make an attack against you with its spear.
Missing.
And it's going to strike at you with its pseudopod.
Miss.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And it's going to jump in the water for 30. As this Lascar just like jumps into the this kind of river and begins to like swim towards Otto. But it is up to Fern now.
Okay. I will shoot at this dude here.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. So Fern, this one, it has thrown down its weapons and its shield, and you just shoot it right in the face.
Oh, I didn't realize he did that. Can I just run past him instead?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Just the ice cold rabbit execution.
He just wanted to live.
Sudden and shocking violence.
I'll just run this way.
And here, Matt thought I was going to be the violent one.
Once that bunny got the gun, things changed.
Fucking
Or
like a Vox
right up
Machina.
Okay. I'll just that's it.
No executions today?
No.
Yours was the face I saw when murder entered my hair.
All right. Piffle, you're up.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we're hunting these guys down. I gotta catch up. Piffle catches up.
Okay.
Wait, is this guy like back here dead? Did he die?
He
No,
surrendered.
he's alive.
Please don't execute him like Fern.
God, I was waiting for it. I was like, let Fiffle shoot this man in the face.
I'll be right back.
How many timelines has this creature died in? I wonder.
Every single one of them.
Is Graham fighting these guys down here, or is he being?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
They're ganging up on me. The guard is doing a runner. The guy we're after is doing a runner down to the south.
So Fiffle, you're standing in a wall right now. You'd have to go kind of up to the north or down to the south.
How can I be not in a wall? You can be next to Otto over here.
Okay, that works.
He vaults the river.
I mean, yeah, it's like a 10-foot jump. So the majority of you can, as long as your strength's above 10, you can jump it, no problem.
It's very dim in this map.
It is, yeah.
It's like a sewer fight, basically.
Yeah, it's all kind of dim light here, except for the kind of center area, which is more bright light. But
yeah. Okay. All right. I see.
there actually was a brighter version of this map, but it like kind of ruined the tone of it, unfortunately. But on the other hand, it would have made it easier to like navigate around.
All right. So this is all water.
That guy in the water trying to swim to us, I think.
All right. I'll shoot the guy in the water with an arrow.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, that hits. Go ahead, roll damage. You won't get the benefit of sneak attack, unfortunately, but...
And then I'm gonna try and like... Graham's tangling with these guys down here, and this guy's trying to get away. I want to go try and cut him off or something.
Okay.
How much can I move?
He's technically off the map, I think, right?
He is on the map still.
Oh, he's on the map, okay.
He's making his way to, like, the southern gate, where you had seen the execution take place.
I have short little legs. Well, I guess short-legged Piffle is not the one who's going to be catching this guy. Because he's short and slow.
Not gonna pump them, those halfling legs?
I don't think it would avail me. Oh, what's happened? I have angered roll 20.
No. Do you want me to just move Fiffle somewhere?
No. Yes, maybe.
I'm back.
I'm going to refresh it. Okay, alright, that's better. I'm going to instead just move towards Graham.
Alright.
And I'll bonus action hide in the hallway there.
Okay. Graham is big enough that you can hide.
Use chunky.
Where can I... Oh, because I reloaded.
One of these days, Fiffle's just gonna, like, cling onto Graham's back and hide behind him that way.
Yeah, I'll just...
We're gonna get him the halfling crossbow mount platform.
There we go.
Okay. And that we go to Otto.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Go here. Can I actually see where he went from here? Like,
No, not from there. There's a wall in the way. Like, yeah, there's like a wall here, but this is open platform, like right down this way.
Can I see up to here?
No, there's another wall in the way, like right here.
Confound you, wall!
You win this round. Masonry.
I'll Eldritch Blast this guy twice.
Okay.
Let me. I had planned, and I was ruined by a wall.
All right. The first one hits. Go ahead, roll damage on that for 11 force damage. Not bad at all.
Boom. I think I can move here, or is that a wall?
Well, you can't move past the enemy.
No, I mean I could like stand where Graham is and go here, right? Not here. Right here.
Yeah, you would be able to do that and stand right there. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, this was the wall. Never mind.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. On to Lilith.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go here. And I don't know. Let's catapult something. Give me a.
Catapult her own little, like, homunculus owl.
Ballistic owl.
I've
I
actually
like
thought
it.
about
I like
that.
it.
So I'll catapult to this guy.
Okay, what are you shooting?
Is there anything besides a coin around here? Let me switch tabs here.
No.
Let's just go with a coin.
One of those darts that they've been shooting at us.
Well, you would need one of those darts.
Hmm.
Technically, I'm supposed to, like, it has to be 1 to 5, but honestly, I haven't really been enforcing the minimum.
Okay, just to shoot a coin. I was gonna say I'll just pull a dart out of Graham's back and just shoot it at them. But yeah, I'll start that. So they gotta make a deck save.
Yep.
And it's
DC 15. Failing.
Oh, of course.
it's a 3d8.
Alright, so it takes 15 damage.
She will grunt aggressively.
Okay.
Next. Sure.
Object. Also, you mentioned you're destroying these coins when you do this because it's also taking 15 points of damage.
That's fine. I'll just pay her back.
Alright.
Yeah. I do have a bonus action. On Graham.
Okay, go ahead, roll the.
Nice.
1d4 plus whatever.
Yeah, and then she gets a bonus for being an alchemist.
Thank God. They have been kind of shooting the shit out of me.
I just don't remember what the bonus is.
Creature of your choice.
Well, we'll just do the 1d4 plus spell casting modifier. So what is So it's like 3 plus.
3 or 4, I think. 4.
Okay, so go ahead and get 7 hit points back.
All right, back above half.
Okay, and that's it for her. I'm just trying to see if I can find the alchemist thing.
Okay. Oh no, is Otto running his sword and shield or his halberd?
Halberd right now.
Okay. On to Graham.
Okay.
Otto's gone full executioner mode.
Graham is gonna bellow. See how your captain flees and leaves you to die for him. He only serves himself. He's a disgrace to his office and a disgrace to his god.
Alright, make a... you can do either persuasion or religion for this one.
Man, he's a disgrace to his own
keep
men,
on-
too.
Keep on religioning.
Okay.
20.
Alright, we're gonna go left to right for them. So starting with the one... Okay. Come on. Yep. Yep. Come on. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. Alright. They all look pretty nervous and are beginning to act in a more defensive fashion.
Can
wish
Graham
they-
attempt to... Well, no, they're pretty choked up there. What were you saying?
They're acting defensively, by which is saying, no, you're wrong. No, they're raising their shields and are acting in a stance that is less aggressive.
Graham will attempt to force his way past them without harming them.
Okay, they're kind of like standing your way, but if you wanted to, you could make an athletics check to kind of push by them.
I will make an attempt. 23.
You're able to push by the first guy. He does not really resist your attempts to push by him.
Okay.
You are now able to get to the one directly south of Otto, so if you wanted to, you could make another athletics to try and push by him as well.
18.
You're able to push by him as well.
Okay. Does that cost me like double movement or anything?
It would utilize your action to do that.
Okay.
But you can
my
still
move
have your
otherwise is
still have your
good?
movement.
Cool. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. Can Graham see from there, or did the guy get through the gate already?
He is not. He's at the gate right now. Graham is able to see part of him. He has like a little. He has half cover.
Graham will have the spiritual weapon point exactly at where he is, and he will say, "Turn, heretic."
Okay.
Good.
The man does not seem to be that interested. The captain doesn't seem that interested in listening to you.
I diagnose you with bitch boy. And that is Graham's turn.
Okay. The captain, 5 to the gate, takes out his symbol of control, presses it into something at the gate, turns it. The gate unlatches. He runs through off map, and then the gate shuts closed behind him.
Aww.
Well, don't forget you have one too.
That is true. We've got 2 too.
Okay, the other warriors, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's just going to dash, and he's just going to do his best to get off map. The other ones are also going to start fleeing. These 2, they're going to use their action to disengage, and they're going to flee.
Yeah, Otto wouldn't attack them at this point.
Okay.
Since they're leaving.
And we'll go through the one last round if everybody wants to. Fern, you're up.
Okay, I'll just I guess dash down there towards Graham, following that guy.
Okay. And yeah, I think we'll probably have ended combat here. If anybody wants to kill any of them while they're running, let me know. But
I am not.
No. Graham is leaning hard into the fire and brimstone.
I'm with you on
the
this one.
Deep South, he always has to keep bottled up within him.
I'm actually with you on this one. I will.
And I could definitely use some healing, but we definitely don't want to like do a short rest. That would take like an hour.
Hang on,
I
I'll take care of it. I'll give you 15 hit points with lay on hands.
Beautiful. That puts me pretty close to full.
Okay.
That would be, I think, 64? 54. Okay, maybe not as close as I thought.
Anyway, try your thing and open the gate.
Well, let us wait until next time because we're going to end it here and pick it up next week.
Hooray!